Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Wake Up Charlotte to Go. Ben, Chloe, Larry, all here for you. This morning, the question is, if you could go back and do everything all over again, say go back to college, would you pick a different career path? Let us know. Weigh in on the comments. We'll read some of them coming up in just a few minutes. But Larry, I'll start with you.
No. I mean, from the time I was a little kid, it's just what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And somehow lucked into it. I mean, I could have been a better student. I could have been a much better student.
Right.
That's the only thing I would change. I went back to college is, be a better student, maybe. But the grade point average, once you get a job, doesn't matter, right?
Right, it's true.
So,
not at all.
Anyway, I'm here.
It's true. We should say we're asking this because a new poll is out, and it says about 40% of folks say that they would change their career path if they can go back and do it all over again. So that's why we're asking the question. What about you?
I don't think I would. I don't know what else I would do.
Yeah.
Just like I've always wanted to do journalism. My sister did it too, so I feel like that kind of inspired me. I don't think I would. And I feel like we have so many skills that, we could do other things if we wanted to. We just don't want to.
Yeah.
What about Ben Thompson?
For me, no, honestly, as we discussed this morning on the broadcast, I'm just not a big fan of regret or
you can't.
Sort of coveting the grass being greener on the other side. Like I'm with my age, I have tried to get much better about appreciating what I have and not being rhetorically, caught up in what they have or what she has or what I could have if I would have done this differently. So I don't think I would.
I don't think there's anything wrong wanting to improve.
Sure.
Right.
To make a step forward, but you can't go back in time and you can't say, well, if I do this, I'll have more money and I'll be happier.
Because honestly, we just have a different set of problems.
Yeah. You're
Always.
just miserable.
Always.
That way.
It just is a bad pattern to get into.
Yeah.
I put a Twitter poll earlier. About 100 people have weighed in at this point. If you could go back in time, would you choose a different career path? Right now.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Two-thirds of people, two-thirds,
Oh, no.
are saying yes.
I'm curious what people do and what they wish they did instead.
So some folks are weighing in. Melissa says, absolutely not. I'm a banker for 23 years. Love it. Felicia says, yes, I would be a paralegal. So this is answering some of your questions. Susan said, yes, I would. Susan, what would you want to do, though? Well, what are you doing and what would you like to do? Joy would like to go into special education. I can see that. Joyce, no way, I'm retired. Well, Joyce, you've got the best. You've made it out the other end. So you're enjoying life. Julie says no, but a third or fourth career because I enjoy learning and doing a variety of things. I love my job and love my side career. I will say that it's what I do enjoy about our jobs is that we learn. We get paid to learn about stuff, which I think is
something new every day.
Something new every day, something super interesting. But that gives you some indication about how folks are feeling about it. I think specifically maybe in our paths, in our career, because of what it takes, I think maybe we might be a little bit more decided earlier on, where some folks go through college and they sort of decide, okay, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, and then they might decide, I don't really like that, or where TV news, especially starting out in TV news, you don't get paid anything. And not only that, but you usually don't live near your family and friends, and you work every Christmas. So it weeds out people really.
Still happens.
Exactly. But it weeds out people really early on who might not want to be in it for the right reasons.
I think people would be shocked to find out how low the wages are when people start out in the business of broadcasting, when you have to start in, like Reno, Nevada. I don't want to put down any particular.
I'm sure Reno's a lovely
Texas.
place.
Yeah. No, but it is a very low paying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Once
you get here, it's still low. No, it's comfortable. You're not getting rich for sure.
Well, I think in some other fields maybe it's not quite the same, so that sort of changes. Douglas says yes, a medical assistant. Was what he would rather do. Let's put up the Twitter poll again, because I do think that's interesting. Yeah, about 60.
That's a lot.
It's kind of the opposite of the study. The study said 40%. I guess this is closer to 70-30.
Yeah, let me see if that refreshes, if that's still what it is.
Sometimes people have occupations where they get paid a considerable amount of money, but they don't really enjoy what they do.
Yeah.
It's true.
And maybe those are the people saying, well, I would go for less money if I could be happy in my career.
A lot of times that's why they get paid well, because it's not a job a lot of people
without
want.
Without a doubt, yes.
I've often said, and I wouldn't change anything, but and I think, Larry, you would probably identify with this to some extent, being a veterinarian I could see as being very, very rewarding. I was never good at math or science, so that was never going to be, that's not a reality in my world.
Well, the problem with being a veterinarian, I'm not very good at the tactile part of it, the graph, when it's so graphic situations, I just, I couldn't deal with all the blood and the stuff like that. I could be a physician either. I admire those people who can do that kind of job. I'm kind of wimpy in that case. I love animals.
Yeah, no, totally.
But I couldn't deal with pain and suffering. It's
definitely tough.
I admire all those people who can do that kind of job.
I always think if I had it in me to be a doctor or something like that would be so cool. I just couldn't. Science, math, those subjects in college,
right, totally,
couldn't do it.
Totally. I always enjoyed politics.
You would be great, seriously.
But
no, you would be as good a politician as you get because you know it. You know people. People like you. You're a likable person. You have the knowledge, the affability.
Did my mother pay you to say these things?
She's talking to me right now.
My mother's paying you to say these things.
No, I'm serious. You could. I think at some point you ought to consider that.
Yeah,
we need people like you in politics.
They say TV news is cutthroat. Yeah. Politics is a whole other level.
Hey, you know the politicians. You know how to work around situations.
Yeah.
Okay, we're our new governor.
please.
Governor Thompson.
Evidently, we have a Facebook poll up right now that says 69% of people would change their career. So there's a lot of people out there who are sort of hunkering for something different. Finally, Tim, we'll end it off with you. I would choose to have more time for side hustles, such as creating art. I think if you have a side hustle like that can make everything else more bearable.
Right.
It's almost like a hobby makes you money.
Totally. Governor Thompson has a nice ring to it. Yeah, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new...
Let's get it trending.
I'll stick with Morningacre for the time being right now.
For the time being.
That's right.
That's a caveat.
Continue to weigh in. Let us know if you could go back and do things all over again. Would you pick a different career path? We'll see you back here tomorrow morning for another edition of Wake Up Show.
Thank you, Governor. See you.
Have a good day.